Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a get ready with me, and I'm creating this look right here. So this is the look that I go to when I feel like wearing a little bit more of a warmer toned look. Yeah, not much more to say about it. I'll try to make this a little bit chatty again, and yeah, let's get going. Okay, so I've already put on my Too Faced Shadow Insurance as well as my Klein Sheer Creme eyeshadow in Gold Velvet, just because like that's always my base. That has been my base for the last months. You guys know that by now, I think. So let's start. We're gonna start by using this Real Techniques, what is it again, the Luxe Crease brush and Peach Fuzz from my Too Faced Glamourland palette. And I'm putting that on my brow bone on both sides, of course. And that's just to make sure that the shadow in my crease blends in nicely with the upper part. I'm not a huge fan of the color just because it has kind of chunky glitter in it that would fall down every now and then, although it doesn't look too bad this time. So anyway, let's jump right in with the next shade. I'm gonna be using this Urban Decay brush. Can't really see what type of brush it is anymore, but this came with the Naked palette, like just the original Naked palette when I bought it. And I'm going to be using George and Wheezy. I'm going to be putting that all over the lids. Nice light golden base, like a yellowish gold on both sides. Again. Then next I'm going to be going into this exclusive purple shade, and for that I'm using the Real Techniques base shadow brush. I'm going to be putting this on the outer part of my eyelid. Just to make sure that the purple blends nicely into that yellow gold. And then it's time for the crease. So I'm going to be using my Sephora crease brush. And I'm going into my Forever crease shade, the exclusive like purplish dark shade right here. I'm going to be putting that in my crease. So during my last Get Ready With Me, I've been talking about how the winter time is always kind of a harder time for me, I guess. Just because of the short days, and I get so tired and my mood is not where I want it to be all the time. Just my energy level is really low. And like, I know I'm definitely not the only one. There were some of you guys that told me that you guys have the same thing, and I'm very well aware that like plenty of people have that same issue. So what I've been trying to do a little bit more lately is just make sure that I like take more time for myself really, and just listen to what my body wants, I guess. So for example, when I feel tired, I go to bed, even though it feels like it's too early to go to bed, because I won't normally do it. I always have this thing like when I go to bed early, even though I love sleep, I feel like, but I could have had an extra hour to do things or something, even if that thing is just being on the couch and watching YouTube videos. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of strange like that. But again, I'm sure I'm not the only one. Going into this exclusive shade again, and this time with a Essence kind of like pencil brush type something. And I'm going to be using that in my outer V just to darken it up a little bit more on that side. So like I said, what I've been doing is, for example, I've been going to bed a little bit earlier. And another thing that I've been doing a few times now, which I really loved, was like on a Saturday I would just like start my morning somewhere in a coffee shop, bring a book with me, and just spend a few hours there, like have breakfast, drink a nice chai tea latte. I love chai tea lattes. And then maybe even have something sweet as well afterwards, kind of like a dessert from breakfast, or however you want to call it. And that has been really nice. Like, I just love taking the time for myself like that. Like just sitting, reading a book, don't have to do anything for just those few hours. And after that, we'll worry about like all the weekend things that need to be done that you cannot get done during the week, really. Okay, I'm going in with Stiletto now, and as you guys know, I'm always using that one as my eyeliner. So that is not anything different today. I know this is hard for me to talk when I do this. I need to be very focused. So yeah, basically I've just been trying to put a little less pressure on myself and just like try to be more in the moment and just take things as they come and not think about all the things that I still want to do or feel like I have to get done, because they're not all that important really. So yeah. So yeah, that is something that I really like to do, but I'd love to, I need to clean up a little bit here. I'd love to hear like down in the comments what are things that you guys do, like just to take care of yourself, just to take a moment for yourself. Like I know it's not for everybody, it's as easy to do, but even the little things can help a lot. Like I go and sit in a coffee shop for multiple hours, but sometimes it's just 30 minutes of just taking a bath or something, you know? I'm just quickly gonna go back into this purple exclusive shade to make sure that that purple still shows through a little bit, because the darker shade has kind of faded out a little bit while I was putting that on. And then the same thing with George and Wees, just making sure that the purple and the gold blend in nicely. Okay, so that's us almost done for the eye look. The only thing that I still need, what I've been doing lately to highlight just a little bit more, is I've been using the highlight shade, or like the bronzer shade, to highlight under my brow bone, just that little bit extra. So just quickly gonna do that to like blend out the dark purple a little bit more and just make it a little bit more shiny, I guess. Okay, and that's it for the eyes. So time to put on everything else. As you guys might know by now, I've been using my Naked Skin concealer under my eyes, but I've also recently bought like a lighter version of it, and that's what I've been using kind of on my chin area a little bit more, just because I feel like this turns out a little bit too orangey when I put it here, while like on top of the, well, it's not purple, but just because of course like sometimes it's a little bit more blue here, it's nice to have a little bit of an orange undertone actually. So I've got, which one is this one? Light neutral and fair neutral that I'm using there. So I'll just quickly do that off camera, because you guys have seen this multiple times by now. No foundation, just some quick concealer. Okay, that's my concealer done. Now it's time for some powder, and I'm still using my NYX High Definition finishing powder. And I'm using that with my Real Techniques powder brush. This is really almost gone now. It's in my Finish 9 by New Year's project. So I think we're on schedule to have that one done in time for New Year. Okay, and then as always I go in like this and like do my under eyes as well. Although it's getting really hard to get the last little bits out, but I'm just too lazy to repress this one because I know it's gonna be gone within a couple of days, probably anyway. Then I'm using my Hema Kabuki brush and my NYX blush in Taupe, and I'm gonna contour slash bronze my face a little bit. Just trying not to make it too much. And then it's time for my brows, which I'm also doing with this NYX blush, but I'll just quickly do that off camera as well, just to kind of go through it a little bit quicker. Okay, and that's my brows done. So now it's time for some blush and highlighter, and then we're pretty much there. As you guys know, I've been using my Too Faced La Vie en Rose blush and the Snow Bunny bronzer as my highlighter. And the blush as a blush, of course, not as my highlighter. So I'm using my blush brush from Real Techniques to put on the blush. And then a contour brush to take that bronzer and put it on as my highlighter, which as you can see is not very bronzy. A little bit on my nose and cube as well. And that's that. Now I normally also just quickly take my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and blend this all in a little bit more just to make it a little bit less pronounced. Is that the right word? I think. And then I'm gonna curl my lashes with this NYX eyelash curler just quickly on both sides. And of course a little face mist, still using the Body Shop Rose Dewy Glow face mist, which is getting closer to its end. And now I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do for my lips, because I kind of want to go bright red, but I feel like that might be a little bit too much with the purple on my eyes, at least for my liking. So I think I'm actually gonna go with my Rimmel Apocalyptic lip lacquer in Celestial, because this, like, even though it leans a little bit more pink, still is fairly neutral on me, I feel like, so it isn't too much with the purple on my eyes. And then lastly, mascara. Oh, and I almost forgot, also gonna put a little bit of George & Weezy in my inner corners to brighten that up a little bit with this detailer brush from Real Techniques again. I barely have any other brushes. So yeah, that is it. This is one of the looks that I've been doing a little bit more lately when I feel like going for kind of like a warmer toned look. That gold makes it a little bit more like if I wear like an orange. A lot of the colors in my palette that I still have left are fairly cool toned, but this gold color kind of makes it possible for me to still go a little bit warmer if I feel like it. Yeah, so I hope you guys liked watching this. I hope you guys liked following along, and definitely do let me know kind of what your self-care things are, how you make sure you take some time for yourself, because I love to kind of read about that. I love watching videos and stuff about that as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye.